So this is gonna be interesting. Um,
I
this,
wasn't
this,
thinking we were gonna play this.
this is that game I mentioned in the last episode.
Funny that.
Now, yeah. So just a heads up for all of you guys. I can't hear any of the game audio currently. You can, and Kyle can, but I can't.
Hunter fucked up something on his computer. He doesn't know what, and his computer's probably fucked forever now.
Nah, it's fine. I'm just really bad at the whole audio shenanigery. But yeah, this is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. It's pretty simple in concept. In it, you are a Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger.
I've noticed that
And,
instead of having one whole mouth, he just has two side mouths that melds together.
Well, he's a not Sonic the Hedgehog type character. I'm certain you've noticed.
I can see that.
Also, this game takes place in Australia, because, you know, of course it does.
In Australia, mate.
In Australia, mate.
Don't move, mate. I'll get
So, as I mentioned in the last episode, this is a Mario 64 clone for the PS2, which was released on Steam, and that's how I'm playing it currently.
I have a feeling that since I've not heard of this game outside of you, this isn't as good, or rather, at least well known as Mario 64.
Yeah, little of both. Little of both. This game's not the best, but it's not the worst either.
Right.
I played this to death as a kid, but I was never good at it because I didn't understand, like, I always thought the goal was get to the end of the level, not get all the stars. You know what I mean?
Okay, hold on,
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot
yep.
of shit's going on right now.
Yeah, you'll never guess what the main villain of this game is.
A mecha gorilla?
Nope, it's a cassowary.
I see.
This is kind of a flashback, by the way. This game actually has the deepest of the lores, probably.
Oh, look, it's him
Definitely.
when he's young and teen and angsty.
Nah, that's his dad, or
Oh.
some shit. Dad, cousin.
His dad, who is dressed in, I want to say, young teen angsty 80s clothes.
Yeah.
When did this game
I mean,
come out?
Don't know. Sometime after Sonic, and sometime before the PS3. I think it was one of those early to mid PS2 games, which isn't saying much, because PS2 had a fucking huge library of games.
If only boomerangs were this effective as weapons.
They are.
I mean,
Have you noticed, okay, the Australians lost a war against emus. Didn't lose a war against cassowaries.
and we have these Tasmanian tigers to thank for that.
Yes.
I mean, boomerangs are actually effective weapons, just, you know, person to person, not, destroying mecha gorillas that are 50 feet tall.
Have you tried it, though? Oh, yeah, and then it's that scene from Smash Brothers Brawl. That just happens.
I'm trying to remember the scene.
Challenge Boss Cass were trapped in the dreaming.
Mom? Dad?
And it's just a big
Word
woo-woo.
grows that Boss Cass is seeking out the talismans again. He must be stopped at all costs.
Why would he have, like,
up to you
stopped
to
seeking
find
out the
talismans before
talismans?
he does.
What do you mean again?
His robot blew up, so he had to, like, take a minute, get his assets in order. You know how it works.
Cassowaries are scary as fuck, though, dude. Like, they'll just gut you. He doesn't really need a mecha gorilla. He could just run up with a posse of other cassowaries and fuck you up.
Yeah, but Kyle.
Sounds like you've got a
Boomerang.
some adventure in
Yes,
your
boomerangs.
Not that I'm into that sort of thing. I'd much rather be at home watching the footy. But
I'd rather be at home,
you do the
mate.
Yes, I also am vividly imagining the Australian accents that's happening right now. I'm excited to actually watch this back on the actual record and
Welcome to
you know, enjoy it as it was meant to be enjoyed.
Well, I don't know if you saw that, but it looks like your desktop is gonna come up for like a split second on the record. Fantastic.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. It shouldn't. OBS shouldn't be capturing any of that.
I mean,
which is good.
let's hope.
Let's get down to brass tacks.
Nah, it's fine. It should be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Then you'll
This is a
need
perfect.
another
Perfect.
boomerang.
I'm good at recording. Shut up.
Don't worry. This video will just be a microcosm of the low quality that this channel already is.
Station.
Yeah, that's all right. We're gonna go down to Blah Blah Station. It's just over there, just past the PS2 graphics. Now, this game has been remastered in the loosest sense of the word,
Right.
and we're in gameplay proper.
Frames. What are they even?
Oh, is it bad? Because it looks pretty smooth on my end.
I mean, you're running at maybe 23 frames per second for me.
Ah, she'll be right.
She'll be right, mate.
She'll be right. As the Australians would put it.
Yeah. So when going back over the video for Shovel Knight, I noticed that we left 2 topics unhinged and thus have blueballed our audience of.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
One of which, so, yeah.
Now,
Hold on. Fucking game is happening.
these I said, g'day, mate. Highest death.
I said g'day, mate.
G'day!
I was just making some last-minute adjustments.
Do you think Australians made this game?
Must be Kai.
Because I'm not so sure.
So,
No, it's a ploy from the New Zealanders to make Australians look worse.
What are you talking about? These Australians look sublime.
Is the key to finding
Let's
the
see, you got a
dead.
parakeet, a koala. Are there any koalas left now
Excuse
that their
me?
entire habitat is burned down?
It uses
No, he is not a parakeet. He's a cockatiel. All right.
You're right, you're right.
Parakeets can't survive, and Stroya can't.
Stry.
like a
So,
no.
wild plot is happening, yeah, so I pointed out my favorite monster, probably skinwalkers, right?
The key to
Yeah.
And I don't know why
What
I
is
have a
that?
desire to just go in the woods and, like, basically have a duel with a psychic. Because, let's be fair, anything that can, like, shapeshift as well as a skinwalker is gotta have psychic powers, right?
You see,
I mean, probably, sure.
For the uninformed.
Move your mic. You're like breathing right into it. Very grating.
It's by my Adam's apple, too. I just don't think I have a choice anymore.
And breathe upwards then. I don't know.
how is Ty here gonna find all these thunder eggs?
Laugh less breathily. I don't know.
just wondering that.
Anyways, you were saying?
Yeah, so if you don't know what a skinwalker is, because it's not exactly a household name like you would say a werewolf or a vampire or a zombie are. Essentially, they're just shapeshifters that are basically just predators, like, but also, just think of the movie The Thing, but, like, even more fucky.
If you're as resourceful as they say,
How I feel like the thing just kind of encapsulates. The thing is just a better skinwalker, in my opinion.
Well, yes, but the idea is that this is, like,
Second boomerang.
one thing in the woods, or like a very solitary, almost like Sasquatch creature, whereas the thing is basically just an organism, a macroorganism that is also a virus.
All right, that's fair, I suppose. So welcome to 2-Up. This is the first level. And since I have the controller, I am going to go out of my way to get all the shinies, just because that's what I do.
Yeah, you know.
Get a move on.
All right, best line of the game coming up,
All right.
I think.
I'm anticipating
If,
it.
if my memory serves.
I love that 90s haircut Ty has.
It's so not Sonic, I love it.
Listen, mate, I solved your problem. I found you a second boomerang.
Oh, shit.
All right, here we go. Best.
See that tree over there? Yeah? Well, it's not. Where is it? It's on top of Phil
This game had writers.
Well, I just love the in-world context of the bird is literally just fucking with him.
Cass's henchman.
Well, cause you know he's Murray.
Yeah.
He's fucking Murray. I'm pretty sure this one's Murray. I think Murray might be the other guy. I don't remember. They've got names.
Who the fuck are you talking about?
The bird guy. There's another guy you'll see later who also has a name.
I haven't been paying attention to really
so,
anything.
Yeah, so these are the Thunder Eggs. They're the Mario stars that I've got to collect. And as such, there's a bunch of different ways to collect them. You know, every level has like 7 or so. And then, of course, it does, you know, PS2 game thing.
Right.
He always yeets his boomerangs, does a pose, and then catches them again, which I think is sick as shit.
Right.
Only last week I used one, walked 2 blocks, was clobbered by a frill, and
Yeah, so outhouses are the checkpoints of this game.
was the best place to
Because Australia. I imagine, you know, plumbing wasn't as widespread back when this game was made, actually. Fucking.
Or the people making this game are incredibly racist. Either way.
Against themselves?
I'm still not certain that Australians made this game. If you take a moment and look that up for me, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. In the meantime, why don't you tell me what your favorite kind of monster is?
My favorite kind of monster? See, the reason you brought it up, or the reason I brought up the topic in question, was because you said you hated slimes.
Ah.
I gotta go with slimes.
Okay. Tell me why you like slimes, and then I'll tell you why I don't, because,
Because they're goopy and terrifying, and how do you kill that?
Yeah, no, I mean, that contributes a lot to my thing, but I remember specifically when you and I were playing D&D and a slime jumped on my character's head. Julius, I think it was.
Yes, it was Julius.
And it was like, oh, hey, by the way, your character turns into a slime, like, just a bigger goop of slime if he's on there for, like, X amount of turns. And that just, I don't like that. It's similar to one of my least favorite deaths in, like, you know the War of the Worlds, like, just disintegration beams, like, it's just over and done immediately?
Yeah, you enjoy having a death?
Yeah, just turning into ash or individual particles is incredibly distasteful for me.
That's a weird thing to hate, because normally, I don't know. Normally people enjoy, or people hate the slow death, whereas, I don't know, the instantaneity of a death ray is appealing, because, I don't know, better than a shotgun.
It's more... It's not so much the speed of the death so much as it is if you disintegrate or turn into something else. There's just no corpse left. There's no evidence that you ever existed.
I mean, is there much evidence anyways?
Yeah, I mean...
We're all just gonna die very soon, so...
Very soon? Fucking... Did you see, the White House's, like, plans for reintegrating society because they're deciding, oh, wait, shit, fucking, to actually healthily maintain a lockdown so nobody dies, we're gonna have to completely destroy the economy. Fuck boomers?
Kyle brought up Corona, everybody, take a shot.
Mate, it's not often that the world is actually ending. Give me this, please. Fuck.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Did you look up the game, by the way?
Oh, shit, no, I got completely distracted.
Oh, yeah. As with all PS2 characters, Ty can't swim.
Developer, Chrome Studios. No, it's an Australian video game company.
No, well,
Headquarters in Brisbane.
Fair enough, then. Yeah, they know themselves better than I do, so... Yeah.
The game also came out in 2002.
Ooh,
yeah.
This is an old one, then.
Yeah. I mean, shit, we were saying that Hotline Miami wasn't old, and that came out in 2012.
Yeah, this is a very old game. It got a slight remaster on on Steam, but you can tell it's pretty rough. There are also invisible boxes like this one in every level that contain concept art, and those are fun.
Just bonus concept art. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. But do you really need anything else? It's a PS2
Yeah, I was gonna
game,
say. So this is a absolutist collectathon game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! It's the punky kangaroos, mate.
I think they're actually wallabies.
Is there a...
There is a difference.
Okay. I
think... Oh, I know. These ones are wallabies. Those ones are kangaroos.
Is a wallaby just a small kangaroo then? What the fuck?
As I've come to know it, yes.
Okay.
There's probably another difference. I
Notice
don't
you
know.
don't really kill anything, you just stun it.
No, you do. They explode into a puff of white mist.
Ah, Zelda style.
They don't have bodies because PS2.
Excuse me, what?
Well, Kyle, when you bite something, it resets your momentum, so you can bite something again. Everybody knows that.
As a fat cup myself, you know what? I'm sorry, I forgot my own powers.
Yeah. If there's a cake floating just above another cake, Kyle can jump off the ground and eat both without hitting the ground. I've seen him do it, and I'm surprised he doesn't do it more often.
There's not that many cakes just floating in air, mate. Those are once-in-a-lifetime opportunities for me to... I have to see
That's
it.
true. I was kind of upset that I didn't take a picture last time, but oh well.
Believe me, we'll find another. So...
So we left. You said we left 2 topics unchanged. What was the other one?
The second one was you were going to ask me. Okay, now Kyle, this is a question I've asked everybody in freshman year. Something wasteland survival.
Yes. Okay. So it's very simple. You're stuck out in the wilderness, and you've got the bare minimum needed to survive, right? Meaning you've basically got the clothes on your back.
So I have nothing to
'cause
survive, is what you're telling me.
Pretty
Gotcha.
much. Yeah. Where would you least like to be stuck? Which biome do you think you could do the absolute worst in?
Anywhere cold is gonna be difficult.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like, what is worse? Like, and don't just say Antarctica, because yeah, obviously.
Yeah. I'll just go live with the penguins and try to convince them that no, actually, me eating their eggs isn't like gonna fucking upset them.
Why don't you just eat the penguins? There's so many of them.
I feel like you gotta start small, man. Exactly. That's my point. There are a lot of them. They're pretty big birds. Pretty slow big birds, but they're pretty big birds. Like, and there's
Yeah, actually, that's
thousands
crazy.
of them.
You know what's terrifying? You know how big an emperor penguin actually is?
I've seen one at the zoo. They're like almost 4 feet tall.
They are 4 feet
Yeah.
tall, right? So now you see those movies like Happy Feet or whatever, where elephant seals just like come up and eat them like they're the size of an emperor penguin to an elephant seal is like they look like a football.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emperor penguins look like footballs in elephant seals' mouths. A 4 foot tall
Yeah.
football. Think about how fucking big an elephant seal is now.
Elephant seals are basically
way.
just sea cows, my guy. Like, they're big.
Yeah, that's fair. So, wait, worst environment. What would you say?
Well,
Later.
you don't want to be anywhere in the extremes, but I'd say just generally anywhere that's cold is going to be the worst. I'd say probably like British Columbia, you know? Like deep
Where?
Canada basically.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, specifically Canada wilderness, like, because it's cold, so unless you have a heat source every night, you're gonna die. And also just, like, basically your options for hunting there are moose and bears. And if I just have the clothes on my back, I can't fucking do that. I can maybe get a squirrel every now and then.
That's fair. My answer's ocean.
See, that's, yeah.
Like,
That's not a survival
even-
scenario, though. That's just you're fucking dead. Like, especially if you're saying...
not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because, okay, you go into any sort of survival situation, no matter what. If you have the necessary knowledge, you've got a pretty good chance of getting out of there, right? If you've seen all the documentaries and you are the survivor man, whatever, you can pretty much get out of any like foresty, deserty, whatever
I
scenario.
mean, ultimately, you really also need just a lot of hands-on experience, but knowledge goes a long way.
Yeah, that too. If you're in the ocean, stranded, even with all the knowledge, you need to rely significantly on luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's terrifying.
Well, you also have to consider the circumstances in which you would actually be stuck in the ocean. So let's say open ocean, like deep ocean. There's no shore in sight, right?
Yeah. Something shipwreck. You've got your little survival life raft. That's about
Well,
it.
yeah, I was gonna say,
You've got the
like,
survival life raft and everything therein.
There have actually been cases of people that have fallen off ships with nothing but the clothes on their back and survived by just waiting.
Did you watch Life of Pi, by the way?
No, I've actually never seen that one.
Oh my God, you should. It's just this. It's this concept. Also, there's a tiger.
Also there's a tiger. I was aware of that part. No, but I used to be a big fan of the Survivor, not Man vs. Wild. Fuck that, that was fake. Survivor Man series was my shit for a while.
I mean, you say it was fake, right? But Bear Grylls just sank his teeth into fish and worms and stuff. So, like, yeah, he had a camera crew following him around. Yeah, a good chunk of it was staged. He did some gross Survivor stuff, and props for that.
Well, he mostly was basically just a TV host doing what they would do in the wild and kind of faking it. Les Stroud was the guy with Survivor Man. He would actually, like the camera crew wouldn't be too far away, but they'd be several miles out, and, like, he would just be by himself for the most part.
So I got my second ring, which means naturally I can glide.
Yeah, all right. That's acceptable.
Because, you know, what else are you going to do with two boomerangs?
This seems really early in the game to acquire two boomerangs.
Well, having two boomerangs is it's the main thing of the game. You can't have the rest of the game without two boomerangs.
Okay. I'm just wondering, like, because that seems like a halfway through the game upgrade, like end of first act.
Nah, now I'm a badass. I got two boomerangs.
Yeah, I've also noticed that, like, none of these enemies have been any sort of real legitimate threat. Like, do you even have a health bar?
And none of... I do. It's in the top left. It comes up when I get hit. Oh, by the way, I forgot about this. Next time we see a big group of enemies, remind me. Hunter, do that thing.
Okay. I'll try to.
Shit, all the enemies are gone. Oh, well. This is the end of the level.
I mean, yeah, ocean, really shitty to survive in, right? But, like, here's the thing with surviving in the ocean is to be in a situation in the ocean where you need to survive, you're usually going to be where people are going to be able to find you anyway. Because, like, ships follow shipping lines and shit. Like, other ships go along the same coordinates as they do. So, granted, still really hard, but not as hard as you'd probably think.
Yeah, and also, like, you're going to fight the ocean to steer yourself into shipping lines?
No, my point being that if you're in a survivalist situation in the ocean, then you're likely in shipping lines. Unless your plane crashed, in which case you're just fucked.
Yeah, that's true.
In which case...
I mean, but the ocean is a tumultuous beast, you understand. You can get knocked out of said line incredibly easily.
Hey man, I got fucking carried out by a riptide that one time. I know exactly how scary an ocean is.
Yeah, I'm still kind of surprised you're not dead after that.
Yeah. No.
Listener, for the record, listeners, Kyle's just he's mainland, right? He doesn't live anywhere near water. So when he came out here to where I live, to where there's water, he was like, yeah, fucking I'll just swim, whatever.
It wasn't even the idea was swimming, just doing that, like, little, ride the waves back towards the shore thing. And I lost my footing, and you don't realize just how quickly, like, the ocean will take you. It does not give a fuck.
No, it really doesn't. You are nothing. You are small. Ocean is big. Be afraid.
Quite a humbling experience, stuff like that. Why are there musical mushrooms?
They're warp you back to the front of the level mushrooms.
Welcome to the track.
You do a speed run to get another Thunder Egg.
I see.
Speaking of speed running, my friend, he saw my quote-unquote speed run on this channel, and he took it upon himself to challenge me to a proper Katana Zero race. Needless to say, I made him sad, and I think he's still playing it right now, practicing to beat me, which it shouldn't be that hard. I'm not good at the game by any means.
Well, he's also playing on hard mode.
Well, he was. He finished that last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So now he's just going. He's going the distance. He's going for speed, as one would say.
That was a ripper of a race.
That was a ripper of a race, Ty. This game is great.
Yeah, a little bit. See, this guy is also trying to collect Thunder Eggs, though. Why is he keeping them in his pockets? What an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look. Presumably, we need these things to like save the Earth or Australia or something. Could you just no? Okay.
Yeah. Murray's just kind of a dick, though. That's just his thing.
That's just kind of anyone named Murray, yeah.
Gonna be real, I don't know any other Murrays.
Neither do I, but I dread to meet one.
I know the one from Sly Cooper, and he's sick as shit. So.
Oh, you should have picked that game. That's a fucking masterpiece.
I don't have it on Steam, unfortunately. I probably will get it though, because again, that is my favorite childhood game series ever.
Well, and also, you know, if you own the game, then emulation is legal, right?
Is that how that works? Well, I had trouble fucking with the sound for this episode. I don't want to, like, throw an emulator into the mix. I'll remind you, I still have no idea what the hell's going on sound-wise. Is the music good? Tell me, please.
Yeah, no, I can hear the game just fine.
Is the music good, though? Because I forgot.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, the scariest thing about being carried out by the ocean was probably just, oh, hey, like, at first, you're just, oh god, I'm going to drown, because, you'd think feeling the ground again would be nice, but not when you've been being carried out for about 15 minutes and then you feel the ground again. That's not healthy. And
well, you know what the strat is, it actually is for when you're caught in a riptide, right? You just gotta chill.
Yeah, no, I ended up having to do that. By the way, pro tip, don't try screaming for help. They can't hear you.
Oh, no, they cannot hear you.
Save your breath. No, it was scary because I got past where, like, it carried me out past where waves are created, and pelicans were going in front of me, like, closer to the shore to get their fish.
Ooh, that's spooky.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, the lifeguard, being the Chad that he was able to just swim out and then swim back in with me, no problem.
All right, so we've got more enemies here. I'm going to show you the super bite.
Just become one with the tiger.
Yeah, really.
That didn't work as well as I was expecting.
Well, I don't know. It's just a dumb gimmick thing. This is better.
Excuse me, what?
This is a spirit animal token thing. I don't know. There are only like 2 of these in the game. I don't know why it's a feature. But, yeah.
So you turn from Ty the incredibly angsty tiger to mega buff spirit tiger.
Yes.
Why don't you find a way to end the level, because we've got 3 minutes till 30.
Yeah, no, the level end was over there. I was just going to run around and pick up some extra things. Just close this off.
It is a collectible.
Yeah, you know, I told you I would.
Oh yeah, so what are the golden pirate wheels you've been picking up?
They're cogs, thank you very much.
Right.
And the koala earlier in the level explained that he uses them to make new boomerangs.
I mean, is that an
Well,
issue?
yeah,
Like, you haven't lost your first 2.
No, Kyle, you don't get it. Magic boomerangs. Boomerangs that do more stuff than just boom or orang. Alright, I'm gonna get that thunder egg over there, and we'll call it an episode.
Alrighty then.
Nice.
Visiting Australia one day would be nice. Too bad the entire thing is burned down now.
Yeah, how'd that work, by the way? I didn't hear anything after that about the aftermath of that, because, you know, Corona happened.
Yeah, I think it's done. Actually, I can check that right now. I'm pretty sure it's done burning, but all the same, like a good fucking hunk of it burned, dude. Like, it burned so much that the fire created its own ecosystem of fire, which is an actual scientific thing that happens.
Wait, what exactly happened now?
So, when enough fire and heat is in one large enough of an area, it sort of just becomes one with the atmosphere, and things called firestorms would happen, in which the lightning was not in fact lightning, but lightning made out of fire. Which...
Okay, now, barring the fact that that's sick as shit, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like that was a giant-ass fire, and that's not even the first time the Earth has gone through a giant-ass fire. You know, back, like, pre-animals on land, basically there were too many trees, and one caught fire and the entire world burned for, like, 100 years or some bullshit. Huh. Yeah.
I did everything in this level, by the way. I didn't find all the secret art, but that's because that's hard. So yeah, that's level 1 done. Let me go through the portal. There's going to be a little cutscene, and we'll call it there, yeah?
I can already tell that in some ways this is better than Mario 64, because every time you get a Thunder Egg, it doesn't boot you out of the level.
Yeah, that is... it's nice. But Mario kind of had to do it because the level changed a little bit. Every time you went into it.
Mario 64 didn't change too much, but yeah.
It didn't change too much, but you would start different missions and different things would be happening because of it.
It's more of a theme of Super Mario Sunshine, which I hope to play on this channel. Or rather, make you play, because it's a fucking masterpiece of a game.
Haven't played that one, actually.
Yeah, it's very, very
So yeah, that's Tasmanian Tiger.
We'll be back next time, maybe.
Yeah, we'll be back with some other game, or a game we've already played. I don't know. Goodbye!